Alright, welcome back. Last time we had, we were going around the Dashing Ground Battle Zone, Dashing Sphere Battle Zone on the ground. Let me just stick here. Well, welcome back. Last week we had a chat with that coming down about completing Dashing Battle Zone on the ground. Now this week, we're going to head back up into space. Well, space, not really, but to get back to space, you hit the battle zone. Be aware that go to the space battle zone is a spoiler for in a couple of weeks' time. Right, let's see this portion for the which is the actual Iron Zone, so we'll be able to cover this one relatively easy, but we'll need to come back to it and keep it table. This is what I was supposed to be showing it off last time, and no, that's not we tried this one. The trick is to hang around this side for as long as you can get away with it. And when you get rid of these battleships and that, and you see the USS Paul's being helped out here. It looks like one of our friends is run up the Westland control the weapon tower. Brilliant. Ooh, yes, it's power. I would expect the Jits ship coming out next in a few weeks' time. Yep. That's a so dynasty class ship. Yeah. That is going to be a very important ship to look at. We'll be covering that one in a few weeks' time. And, well, we might even get through some of the fun tricks with it. Now we've got this tower, we're going to hold it on for a little longer, which is actually going to get hold of the Voth tower, so basically their tower, one tower's controlled over here, we're taking over this one, which is behind us. And that. But, in a second you'll see towers that you get well marked control, so let's and we're back to the tower, so let's move on to the next place. As I said, this is one like the previous one, is just take control of area and then wait for the enemies to pop up and take them down. The industrial facility is right over there. We're in a ship that's designed to take a lot of damage, not get around the map really quickly. The good news is that the ship not getting is reaching There's oh, there's that, and we've got all this stuff done. Oh yes, we are pushing it better. Do what we can to help bring down these mega particles. Next time, it looks like we'll be doing something faster. It's not. Now, once we've done the missions, we're going to move for the entire sequence where we go. Everything's in trouble, but we've lost the Allied Tower. Yep. And we're losing the so it'll take a long while to get over.
Okay, not one of the better sounding ones, but whilst we're coming and taking over this one, I think we better check in with Nearly next. So he's got sent us a message, so let's check in with him.
Hello. Thank you for continuing to remind me that there are other sane minds out there. My concerns about the dangers of the Sphere's technology have fallen on deaf ears. In rebuttal, I'm fed propaganda about the Sphere's Voth origins and how easy my job should be. But how easy can a job be if I'm constantly being interrupted by alarms and avoiding catastrophes? In my lab, the Ministry of Elders and their Inquisitor lackeys have installed accomplices who are willing to answer yes when I say no. Advancement is their only goal, not reason, not discovery, and certainly not safety. Unfortunately, they are rarely up to the tasks for which they volunteer. But the problems may be bigger than incompetent lab techs. No one here wants to hear that we may not be capable of using this technology, or that the cost of trying could be the destruction of this entire sector of space. The builders of this sphere aren't here to tell us the results of their experiments, but I'm convinced that something did go terribly wrong. There is evidence of a celestial trauma that has significantly reduced the energy output from this installation's central star. Add to that the fact that the spires have been optimized for a different spectral band than the one that this star produces, and we're left with strong evidence of a large-scale industrial accident. Such an accident would explain why this place was abandoned. I've conducted a detailed scan of one of the spires and found trace amounts of tetryon particles. Any industrial accident large enough to leave these trace tetryon particles thousands of years afterwards would have permeated all organic life caught in the blast, with enough tetrionic energy to force any survivors to retreat to subspace. So, if the creators of this technology weren't savvy enough to prevent such a huge disaster, What chance do my people or yours have to do any better? I fear this technology. I fear it in not just the wrong hands, but in any hands. We need to work together to make sure no one tries to activate the sphere. Our lives may depend on it.
End of file.
Computer, record a new message. Hello, Neelan. I got your latest message and agree. We're continuing defending the data sphere. We've got a couple of messages coming in the next few weeks. So, we'll be we'll be running around finding out what Neelan XL wants us to do. What he's doing. Oh, do it again next week.